Hey there, welcome to 4 Minute Friday with me, Brian Conway from achievesuccess.co.uk. Busy here at my desk today, and the subject of today's 4 Minute Friday video is the fear, I think is probably the best word to describe it, that a lot of salespeople seem to have about asking very direct and searching and very pertinent questions that I think a lot of people feel that's kind of almost getting a little too personal with people. But it's not. Your job as a salesperson is to identify exactly what business outcome, what desired needs your customers have, and align your product and service with it. Not to just ask them very superficial questions and then pitch and try and shoehorn your solution into their needs, or hope that they can join the dots in their head and say, oh yeah, your product would help alleviate this outcome. It's your job to identify that business need and to really drill down so that you can quantify that business value that a customer will realize from the purchase of your product or service. So you've got to ask more searching questions. But even at a basic level, I've had people recently saying to me, even asking about things like budget, that they feel that's kind of a little bit too direct. My God, these are the fundamentals of selling. You've got to know if there's a budget available, or if you don't want to use the word budget, how will a customer finance something like this, or how would they fund the purchase of your product or service. So you've got to ask the questions. You've got to be direct. You've got to know what are the timescales. You've got to know what's their decision-making process. The person you're speaking to may not actually have that much authority. You've got to know that. I've given you tips before on 4 Minute Friday, where one of the questions you can ask is, who would be part of the decision-making process? Is that you? Again, is it you or is it not? Be direct, don't be afraid. I think a lot of salespeople excuse me, are almost embarrassed of being in sales, and this is why I think a lot of people have changed even their business card now. Instead of saying sales rep or sales representative, to business development executive, or something fancy that doesn't have the word sales in it. Trust me, customers know you are in sales, right? And they're probably there to buy something from you as buyers. So there is no hidden agenda. So therefore it is your responsibility to make sure you ask searching questions, direct questions, and what I sometimes refer to as the hard questions as well. Be direct and find the information you need to qualify your opportunities effectively. Quantify those deals by getting down into the real detail, and customers will respect you for it. Somebody just this week said to me they'd asked some of the questions that I'd suggested on some training a few weeks back, and they were actually quite surprised how much detail the customer actually gave them. Listen, people love to talk. They love to talk about themselves. They love to talk about what they're doing. Ask the questions and people will tell you. Listen, ask another question about what they've told you. Listen, ask an even deeper question about the implications and the consequences and the impact of that thing to their business. That's where you will find your business value. That's where you will be able to deliver measurable business value to your clients through the products or services that you sell. So do not be afraid to ask the hard questions, the direct questions. That is your job. So do it. Okay? So this coming week, just ask more and more questions, and those that are more and more direct, and just get the detail you need to help your customer achieve their outcome and for you to be successful. That's it. Hope you have a great weekend ahead of you, more importantly, and an incredible week of selling next week. And I look forward to seeing you next Friday in 4 Minute Friday. Take care.